Amidst the controversy that surrounded Governor Ademola Adeleke, PDP, and Oyetola, APC governorship battle, Adeleke has been declared the winner by the court, the Supreme Court. Now, this appears to be the final move, the final stop. A lot of prophets and seers said Ademola Adeleke will not be governor of the state, and we are seeing that majority of these prophets and what they have said and seen, some of those things are not coming to pass. But then I'm not going to blame them, neither am I going to fault them, because visions could change, steps could be made to right or to put things in order for whoever visions have been seen for. But let us leave those things apart. Let us look at the politics that surround it. But before then, let us hear what Governor Ademola Adeleke has to say, and we will talk more. We will see reactions of senior advocate of Nigeria, Festus Keyamo, and we will see on what basis did Ademola Adeleke win, and what did Oyetola fault him for? Why did Oyetola drag him to the court at the first instant? Let us get right into it. But before then, like and share this video, subscribe to this channel. Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
And party, I say thank you, Osun. To the judiciary, Osun has emerged as a moral compass, affirming the integrity of my Lord justices. Your affirmation for the truth and people's will consolidates and strengthens our democracy. On behalf of Osun people, we appreciate you and we adore your love for justice and equity. To all stakeholders in Osun project, be assured that the revalidation of our mandate is a challenge, a call to duty, a fresh demand for more dividends of democracy. I commit myself to an even more expanded delivery of good governance. In me, you will find a truthful pro-people governor. I seek support and cooperation of all Osun residents and citizens, irrespective of party affiliations. This is our state, and we must join hands to develop it. My special appreciation goes to my family, my brother, my sister, my wife, Titi and Ngozi. You are all my strong pillar of support. My children, especially B-Red, Shino, and then to my nephew, David, Adeleke, Davido, to all Imole and PDP supporters, locally and internationally. Our victory is validated. Thanks for standing by me. Again, I have to seize this opportunity to thank my big brother, that is my father today, Dr. Adeleke, and my big sister, who is now my mother, Yeyelua Modupe Adeleke Soni. My dear good people of Osun State, the good job continues. We shall ramp up the implementation of our 5-point agenda. We shall focus, as usual, on grassroots development and infrastructural revival of our dear state. Our policies shall fight poverty, insecurity, unemployment, and underdevelopment. You shall truthfully feel, taste, and enjoy the dividend of democracy. I thank you all for listening. May the good Lord bless the Osun State, the state of the living spirit, and the federal government.
Now, Festus Keyamo said this. He said the Supreme Court ruling on Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State can become a two-edged sword. According to Keyamo, he said those celebrating Adeleke's victory should study the principles enunciated by the Supreme Court that affect the tenability of results retrieved from the bimodal voter accreditation system called beavers to prove overvoting. He noted that the judgment might affect the pending presidential election petitions, and that is the reason why we need to discuss about this. Do not forget that once the Supreme Court has ruled and everything has gone, finally finalized, it will be recorded and other people can, look into that ruling and present their own case on it on that basis. On Tuesday, the Supreme Court affirmed Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as Osun State Governor. Justice Emmanuel Akomaye, who delivered the judgment, ruled that the former governor, Adegbeyega Oyetola, who challenged the victory of Adeleke, based all his allegations against the election on unfounded hearsay. However, Keyamo cautioned those celebrating Adeleke's victory at the Supreme Court. According to him, in a tweet, he wrote this. He said, "They have not even stopped for a minute in their euphoria to reflect on the principles enunciated by the Supreme Court today, as it affects the tenability of results obtained by beavers to prove overvoting and how it affects their pending presidential election petitions that will go before the same Supreme Court in a few months' time." The Supreme Court has set a precedent today that can be a two-edged sword, and when I reflected on it, I just chuckled, awaiting the final decision of the presidential election cases. Now, a lot of people might not understand this. You see, the way it works in the court, if they say justice for one is justice for all, it means if the court ruled in a certain case, and that same case can, in one way, let's say it's similar, let's say the case is similar, it means in Nigeria, anyone could come up, particularly politicians, like governorship election and people who have issues against it, either opposition party, and like the case of Peter Obi and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is the same thing. Once the court has ruled in Osun State, it reflects, it resonates round. The Supreme Court cannot say this judge or group of judges or the tribunal that ruled in favor of Adeleke in Osun State, and if such case is presented following the same pathway, let's say in this Peter Obi Labour Party and Bola Ahmed Tinubu APC, or even PDP itself, Atiku Abubakar, they will go back. The lawyers, the representatives, the senior advocates that represent each of this party will have to go back to the ruling and say, in the case of Adeleke, PDP, Oyetola, APC, the court ruled that this and this and that and that, and these are the basis why we are saying that the court should rule in our favor, because last year, 6 months ago, I'm just giving you examples so you understand what it is. So, this is what Festus Keyamo is actually saying. But then, let us see how all of this will turn out to be. He understands the law also. We cannot say Festus Keyamo does not understand the law, even though he's in support of APC at the moment, in support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We cannot say he does not understand what he's saying. The law is actually can be bent, can be twisted, and a lot of things can be used. When you talk about the law, they say morality is different from the rule of law. You can say, oh, it is immorally wrong, but in the eyes of the law, it is acceptable. That's it. Same way people will say, oh, it is immorally wrong for you to be involved in homosexuality in some, countries. Morally wrong to some people, to some religion, to, morally wrong to them. But if you go to countries where it is acceptable, it is allowed, the law backs it up. The law protects them. But for you, it is morally wrong. If you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, or your religion does not. That's just what it is. So, Festus Keyamo, said what he needs to say. But people are saying, let's keep our fingers crossed. They are still saying that, Peter Obi won the election, and we just have to keep our fingers crossed. Let us see what will happen at the end of the day. People are not buying into what Festus Keyamo has said, but it is the hard truth. Anyway, at the end of the day, it is the hard truth. Each step has to be followed. But we don't know. We don't know if, at the end of the day, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will end up being sworn in and eventually begin, and continue to be the president of Nigeria. We don't know what's going to happen. I use the word resume. Maybe they are going to append after he has been sworn in, maybe after spending 2 or 3 months, they will tell him to pay. We don't know. We just don't know. But people are not buying into this. They say, no, he's a useless son. What is he saying? This and that. But it is the truth and the reality of it. He understands law. And they, as lawyers, know how to manipulate and how to go about it. That's just what it is. What are your thoughts as regards this one? It's a big one. Victory for Ademola Adeleke. He thought he was not going to get there. He thought he was going to spend just few moments and time there. He has gone all around. He has gone to a lot of spiritualists. He has gone to a lot. He even went to Adeboye. He went for prayers like, you know what? I need to stay in this position. I need to be governor of this state. His elder brother was governor, but he passed away on that seat. And it seems he has gone back to finish what his brother did not finish. We hope this will be a better time and a good and profitable time for the Osun State citizens. What are your thoughts as regards this one? Drop your comment, like and share, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update. I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.